You know what's funny? When people talk about great leadership, they usually mention things like charisma, vision, strong decision-making. Rarely do they say, that person listens really well. And yet, almost every great leader I've ever worked with or admired, listens. Like really listens. Not the kind where they're nodding politely while mentally checking email. The kind where you feel, wow, they actually heard me. Welcome back to the Lead Lab, where we talk about real leadership. The kind you practice every day, not just post about online. Today, I want to talk about something deceptively simple but incredibly powerful: listening. Now I'll be honest, I used to think listening was passive. Like, if I wasn't talking, I wasn't contributing. If I wasn't offering ideas, solving problems, or jumping in with feedback, I wasn't leading. But over time, I've learned the opposite is often true. The more I listened, the more impact I had. The more I listened, the better my team performed. The more I listened, the more trust we built, faster than any motivational quote or email could have done. And if you're someone who wants to lead better, especially if you're in the middle of a team or not the boss yet, this is your superpower. Let me give you an example. There was this one project, tight deadline, lots of pressure, conflicting opinions. Everyone was talking over each other, trying to fix things fast. I had ideas too. But instead of stepping in, I decided to just listen. I asked a few questions. Paused when it got heated. Gave space for the quiet voices, the ones who usually don't speak up. And something shifted. Suddenly, a better solution surfaced, not from me, but from someone we'd nearly talked over. And the team? They owned it. They executed better. Because they felt heard. That's when it really clicked for me. Leadership isn't always about having the best ideas. It's often about creating space for the best ideas to emerge. And let me be clear, listening doesn't mean agreeing with everything. It doesn't mean you don't lead. It means you lead from understanding, not assumption. There's a difference between hearing someone and listening to understand them. And people can feel that difference. They can tell when you're just waiting for your turn to speak, versus when you're genuinely trying to see their point of view, even if you don't end up choosing it. Listening also slows down your ego, especially in leadership. Because the more experience we get, the easier it is to assume we already know. We start predicting what people will say. We finish their sentences. We cut them off, not to be rude, but because we're trying to move fast. But leadership isn't about speed. It's about clarity. And clarity comes from asking, waiting, hearing, checking, before acting. Here's something else I've learned. When you make people feel heard, you create buy-in. Even if you end up going a different direction, they're more likely to respect the decision, because they were part of the process. You didn't shut them out. You invited them in. And the best part? Listening is free. You don't need a promotion, a certification, or a special title to practice it. You can start today. In your next meeting. In your next one-to-one. In your next conversation at home. Just pause. Ask, what do you think? Then actually listen. Because great leaders? They don't dominate every conversation. They don't always have the loudest voice. But they do create the kind of space where others bring their best. And that starts with listening. So, let me leave you with this. Next time you're tempted to jump in with a quick response, try holding back for a moment. Let it breathe. You might be surprised what happens. Thanks for joining me here on the Lead Lab. If this resonated with you, or if you know someone who could use a gentle reminder to slow down and listen, share this with them. And hey, if you're trying to lead with more intention, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you in the next one.